Hey there guys, here's another battle I had at SGC going up against PokeKellz. You may know her from the well-known Pokemon channel, The Dex. So, I heard from some people she was in the tournament as well. Didn't face her in the tournament, but I knew I had to battle her, so contacted her on Twitter, and here we go. So, let's get to the battle. Cobalion and Donphan are the leads. I figure, get Cobalion out of there, bring Avalugg in, and then she switches out as well. So, we're not getting much done yet. Brings in Whimsicott. That's kind of bad for Avalugg. Avalugg does not like status moves or Leech Seed. But then she switches it out into Dragonite. Kind of a weird switch. Maybe she was expecting me to switch out Avalugg, which I actually did, into Manectric. I was expecting like a Stun Spore. And because electric types are immune to paralysis now, that would have been a decent switch. But I figure Manectric can definitely take on a Dragonite. I mean, it's got Hidden Power Ice. So, Mega Evolve that thing. Intimidate is also going to prove pretty helpful, I hope. And then away goes the Hidden Power. However, Multi-Scale is still active, so Dragonite is going to survive it. And it's one of those weakness policy Dragonites. So, we might have a bit of a problem on our hands now. And she goes for a Dragon Dance as well. So, oh boy, I made a huge mistake. Or did I? Because somehow Mega Manectric is still faster than a +1 Dragonite. I didn't expect that because Mega Manectric was getting outsped by like +2 Cloysters earlier. And I'm pretty sure +2 Cloyster and +1 Dragonite are fairly close together in speed. Anyway, she brings out Mawile, which is obviously going to become Mega Mawile because no one in their right mind would use regular Mawile. So throw Avalugg in front of it. That's what I always do when a threatening physical attacker shows up. So she Mega Evolves it. And was going to go for Sucker Punch. I wasn't quite going to keep Mega Manectric in there though. So then she goes for Swords Dance. Probably want to deal with this thing rather quickly before it starts wrecking things. So, an Earthquake. See how much that does. Pretty much a 2-hit KO, so I'm very pleased with that. She goes for Fire Fang. Again, no Iron Head. Why do people have against Iron Head on their Mega Mawiles? Anyway, Avalugg takes that pretty well for a +2 max attack Mega Mawile, I'm presuming. However, the Earthquake is not a 2-hit KO. I guess I must have gotten unlucky with the damage roll there. Kinda bummed me out, because now Avalugg is down for the count. Not really his best showing. But I have a plan. Bring Cobalion in, because Cobalion is bound to be faster. Knew she was probably going to go for Sucker Punch in that case, but Cobalion can easily take one of those, and he gets the attack boost from Justified. So, things are looking up, as Sacred Sword will take out the Mawile. It only had like 2 HP remaining anyway. Any move would have taken it out right there. Get a little bit of health back as well. So, things are looking up. Up next, she brings out Alakazam. And you know what I do with this team when a frail Psychic type or Ghost type shows up. Yep, bring in Snorlax, the slayer of Psychics and Ghosts, and she goes for a Calm Mind. I'm curious to see how this is gonna fare against my max special defense Assault Vest Snorlax. So she gets her stats boosted and Focus Blast. It doesn't miss, which it rather often does, and it doesn't even do half. Snorlax, you are a beast. And Body Slam. Of course, it's gonna have a Focus Sash because that's pretty much the only item you see on Alakazam these days. Goes for another Focus Blast, misses. That's Focus Blast for you. And Pursuit will take her out. I was perhaps considering anticipating her to switch Alakazam out, hence the Pursuit. But she didn't. Up next is Whimsicott again. I was kind of predicting another Stun Spore here, because I see that move on Whimsicott all the time. So bring Mega Manectric in again. The Intimidate does not matter, she goes for Leech Seed instead. Did not consider that option, but I'm glad that I did not let Snorlax get Leech Seeded. Because 1, Snorlax has no way of recovering his own health, and 2, Mega Manectric doesn't nearly allow her to heal as much as with Snorlax does. Because Leech Seed will drain a lot more from Snorlax than it does from Manectric. Flamethrower doesn't quite knock it out. She goes for Moonblast. No special attack drop, gladly. because that always bums me out when that happens. And she gets some health back and then switches out the Whimsicott into Donphan. I was considering this, hence I went for Hidden Power Ice. Although Hidden Power Ice really doesn't hit Donphan that much harder than Flamethrower does. But whatever, the Leech Seed will heal the Donphan up a little bit, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna miss the 2-hit KO because of that. But I went for Hidden Power Ice anyway, maybe I'm gonna get lucky with the damage roll. You never know, or I could get a critical hit. Pretty glad that happened. Okay, up next, she brings out Togekiss. I think she only has Togekiss and Whimsicott left at this point, so it's not like she had much of a choice, and then she goes for Attract. Speaking of moves I never ever see, Attract. I kinda wonder what the best gender would be to use Attract on. Like, are there more Pokemon that are female only, or more Pokemon that are male only? And you also have to take into account the ones that have a non-50-50 gender ratio, like the starters or Eevee or whatever. I'm kinda curious, maybe someone needs to figure that out sometime. Anyway, I get lucky with the Attract, and Thunderbolt takes out Togekiss. All she has left now is that Whimsicott that took quite a pounding earlier. And I still have Manectric, Greninja, Salamence, Snorlax, so I think you can see where the battle's going. She goes for Encore, hoping to perhaps survive a Thunderbolt, because Whimsicott does resist that, but it's not quite enough. Mega Manectric just too strong. So there we go, I remain undefeated at SGC. Thanks for the battle, PokeKellz. If you want to go and check out her channel, I will post a link to that in the description. And then I'll see you guys next time with more battles. Thanks for watching, bye bye.